Hello, Myra with Boutique Paint. Today I'm going to stamp on a pillow for Valentine's Day. We're going to do a heart. So I have already went ahead and cut out the heart as my template. And as you can see, I was kind of experimenting a little bit about how I wanted this to look. So there's one of two ways you can do this. And so I'll explain that as we go. But this is my template. So I took some cardstock, and this is the 12 by 12 cardstock that you use for paper crafting, or if you have, thin cardboard, scrap or something, you could use that. So I'm just gonna trace the size of the heart. I folded this piece of paper. And then we'll cut it out. And originally, my first thought was I want to use the outside as kind of a masking. But I'm going to show you, I'm going to use the inside for a masking. And then tomorrow I'm hoping to do a tote bag using the this part as the masking. I don't know if you can hear it, it's pouring outside. A lot of the country's getting lots and lots of snow. I wouldn't mind that. We don't get much snow around here. About once every other year we get some snow. All right, so I'm just gonna set this aside because that's tomorrow's project. And this is my pillowcase. This is a case that I get from IKEA. And they're linen, and they're fabulous, especially for stamping on. So what I did is I just took my purple pen, which is disappearing ink, marked, just kind of centered this and marked it out. And then I marked a center line, and I Googled a line, so ignore that. That way I could kind of get a feel for where the center was going to be and where I wanted to put this. Now you could tape this down. Matter of fact, I think I might use some tape and tape down one side and then the other, just so that it doesn't, actually, if I do it this way, yeah, that'll work perfect. Okay. So I do have a piece of cardboard in underneath the, in between the layers, so that the ink will not soak through and go on to the other side. And actually, I'm going to slide this over a little bit so that it covers the first set of stamping I'm doing. This is my own mix of tomato and mixing white, and I mixed it up in a bottle. Mixed it up in their little mixing bottles, and then inked up an ink pad. I prefer to use the ink pad when stamping versus the brayer. I like the brayer for doing more paint products. And then this is the tail feathers for Pablo, which is being discontinued, and it's going to go on sale tomorrow. This is I'm doing this on February 1st, 2021. So if you're not watching it, current, then obviously they're not going to be going on sale, but these are going to go on sale. But the idea is that you can do these with any of the stamps you have. So I'm going to go ahead, let's see, I'm going to stamp, I'm going to get my little sample here, because no, that isn't my sample that I was doing. I threw away my I try things first on paper when I'm trying new ideas so that I can make sure that it works. It looks the way I want it to look. So yeah, I just get some scrap paper and I stamp it out there first. So I'm not going to go all the way down. So I'm going to have it so it is half on the heart and partially off. And I push down nice and firmly. Now when you're stamping on fabric, a reminder that you need to wash whatever you're stamping on, your fabric. The tote bag that I'm doing tomorrow is burlap, so I did not wash it, but it's not something you'd throw in the wash anyway. So I'm not going to worry about that, but you want to get the sizing out of this. Otherwise the ink will not hold on to the fibers. Okay, so I'm going to lift one corner and see. Yeah, you can tell I have a little black going on in that, but that's okay. Gives a little 3D. We'll go with that, right? Okay. Awesome. All right. So now I'm going to clean with a baby wipe. And when you're working with lighter colors, make sure that your stamp is clean, because you can see that the black did bleed through from stamping other things. And now I'm going to do it kind of like that. No. Maybe like that. So I don't want overlapping. So I'm going to take my heart template, just a piece of paper. I'm just going to set it there. You could also tape that down if you are afraid it's going to move on you. Oh, and it leaked a little bit. Make sure your stamp's dry. So as a reminder, we're trying to, I'm going to stamp that just a smidge more, smidge higher. Trying to make kind of an outline here. So we want it half or partially on the heart and partially on, ooh, you gotta clean up your goobers too when you if you get any on the plastic, because it will then transfer. Okay, let's take a peek. Go ahead and lift it off. Now I can see that I've got a line going there. Oh, I've got a huge line because it shifted, just like we talked about. That's why it is a good thing to tape down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to line up, but I'm going to keep this side lifted. And you could just put a piece of paper here and stamp. Oh, I need to put a little bit more ink on though. That area. Actually, I think I will. grab a piece of paper and do that. And then I'm gonna grab another piece of paper. So I can, oh, except I don't know what it's gonna look like. Okay, I gotta line it up first. Okay, let's keep our fingers crossed. There we go. There is a little bit of a line, but I think that's okay. Right here. I think it looks all right. Okay, now I'm going to grab the other side of the stamp. And do the same thing. First, I'm going to clean the black off, so I don't have the same thing. I'm not going to clean it all off because I do want it to kind of match the other side. I do clean my stamps afterwards. Obviously, something happened when I was using this last and I got distracted. But I always try to clean my stamps off right after I use them. Okay. Let's see. I don't have a paper towel to dry this off. Let me grab one real quick. Once again, clean any place you stamped that's on the plastic. If you ever need to clean these, use rubbing alcohol. You can see that I haven't cleaned this one in a while. Looks like it did pretty good. All right. So, I'm going to mask that. I'm going to clean off the ink, even though I don't know how high up I'm going to go, and even though I masked. I'm just going to clean that up a little bit. All right. So then, let's stamp the bottom. And sometimes you got to get these little edges here too. Sometimes I cut those back so that I don't have to worry about them getting ink on them. And I'm going to double check that that didn't shift. Okay, that's there. Kind of line that up with the other side. And how much is sticking out. And it looks like I need to stamp a little bit more. This one looks like it's going down just a smidge further. There and there. Trying to get the same angle going. Looks like I did not ink up high enough. Well, maybe I did. Looks like I missed a spot there, but we'll see once we get this. Oop, I missed that. So I'm going to lift this and see what's, oh, it looks like it's okay. Oop, not folded. Lift up, oh, nope, that looks just fine. All right. So go ahead and lift that up. Remove that. And then we'll remove that. So it turned out pretty cute. The purple ink will disappear within 24 to 48 hours. If you need to get it to disappear quicker, what you can do is just take a damp paper towel and dab it, and it will come right off. But not too bad. I might add just a little something here. I don't know. I'm going to take a peek, but pretty cute. And tomorrow I'm going to try to do the tote bag, but with the stamping on the inside of the heart, the other half. So join us for that. If you have any questions about any of these products, you can go to our website and find all the products there, or you can email us and ask any questions there. Go to boutiquepaint.com, and thank you so much for joining. One more thing. You'll need to heat set this. So once this is dried for about 12 to 24 hours, go ahead and heat set it with your iron, just kind of holding it in place, no steam. Go around it, depending on what kind of fabric. This is 100% cotton, which is, or linen. Anything natural, you can use a higher heat, and you can use, but just be careful, you know, as you're setting the iron down. Do it in, you know, 5-second intervals, and just kind of move it around. The heat setting should be on the inside of the instructions for whatever piece of material you're using. So keep that in mind and read the instructions so you don't overheat it. Anyway, okay, this time we're done.